For more on this big summit in ASEAN, Walter Lohman, Director of the Asian Studies Center at the Heritage Foundation, joins us on Biz Asia America. Walter, thank you very much for joining us.
Sure.
Look, a lot of Americans, and for that matter, people around the world, don't realize the closeness of the relationship between the United States and ASEAN. Help extrapolate for us, what does the President want to accomplish, and is he accomplishing his goals?
Yeah. Well, it's certainly a close relationship. A couple of members of ASEAN, the Philippines and Thailand specifically, are U.S. security treaty partners. Relationship with Thailand goes back to 1833, so it's quite a long relationship. In the last few years, President Obama has tried to intensify the relationship with all of ASEAN and get involved in their summitry and that sort of thing, and really build on common interests we have with the entire body.
This is what we call the for lack of a better word, the Asia pivot,
yeah,
if you will, the focus on not just ASEAN, but Asia in general for the President and his administration. What are the challenges? I mean, obviously China is right there. They're also doing the same thing. They're also courting ASEAN as a big trading partner, both on the economic side and also in terms of trade relations and on major social issues as well. Mm-hmm. But for the United States, is that an issue for them? I mean, they've got a big competitor there.
Yeah, I think probably the biggest challenge for the U.S. is staying focused on the region. You know, even during this trip, there's this drama unfolding in Gaza that's required a lot of the president's attention. But he stuck to this, and he went forward with it, and he seems to have stayed focused on the issues at hand in Burma and Thailand and now in Cambodia.
Let me give you an example. Thailand, for example, a major trading partner for the United States, but also a major trading partner for China as well. And in terms of the relationship on the military side, in terms of a strategic relationship, how does that fit into the administration's goals?
Well, that's a big challenge of the U.S.-Thailand relationship and the alliance, is that the military relationship is very close, forged really in Vietnam and then anti-communist struggles in Thailand itself. So the U.S. and Thailand are very close militarily. Strategically, though, they've drifted apart a little bit in the sense that for the U.S., China is the biggest challenge in the region. To Thailand, much closer to China, China represents mostly opportunity to them. So we've got to come at that sort of from both angles. I
mean, I was just thinking, if you're sitting in that region, whether you're in Vietnam or Singapore and Thailand, I mean, this is a wonderful situation to be in. China is courting you as a partner. Mm-hmm. The United States is coming in and they want to be a partner. I mean, for them, it's a win-win-win.
Yeah, that's true. I think, though, for several of the countries in the region, the closeness with China is beginning to get a little uncomfortable. That's certainly the case with Vietnam, and it's also the case with the Philippines in particular. So those countries want to reach out to the United States to balance China a little bit. They're a little bit, you could even say the case with Burma is the same. The Burmese are also looking to leaven the Chinese involvement in their country a little bit.
This Asian pivot, and I go back to that, has been a mainstay of the Obama administration now for a couple of years, more than that in fact. Do you think they've been successful in doing the Asia pivot without appearing to be overly aggressive?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think they've done what they need to do. I mean, we have some differences here in Washington over the substance of the pivot, defense budgets, trade policy, things like that. But I think all in all, it's a bipartisan policy here in Washington, and I think the president has done as well as he could. The real test is how he sustains it. He's got 4 more years, and if he's at each of these summits every year for the next 4 years, and maybe more than that, I think he's doing what's necessary. If we get the TPP passed here, that's a really big deal. And so I think really the proof will be in how he goes through with all of these things.
Walter Lohman, thank you very much from the Heritage Foundation. We'll have you back again for more analysis on possibly before the next summit takes place.